aka EMC Nook, and I want to talk about my music, my book, and my life, and this is an interview.
What motivated you to start rapping?
When I was younger, me and my brothers and sisters, we would freestyle to beats like Jay-Z, Dead Presidents. There was so many different instrumentals we would freestyle on, and we had like CDs, and we would just be rapping and learning about hip hop. The culture was prevalent in our society and stuff, and Tupac definitely, because his album "Me Against the World" was here, and I would play it in the garage when I was working on my handles and dribble, practicing basketball for school.
Who were your other music inspirations?
Kodak Black, Idea and Abilities. He was like really lyrical. He's from Minnesota, and he's like one of my favorite rappers.
What motivated you to get your GED?
I had like a fake high school diploma, and it turned me around when I was trying to get into the Army, and they was like asking me questions about it. So that turned me around, and I decided to get my GED. Like the first time I didn't get it, but like in 2010 I had got it like in 3 months. I had a car, and I was happy when I got it.
Okay, what was New York like in 2013 when you visited?
It was nice. Like I flew JetBlue from New Orleans to New York, JFK, and I was in the subways, the air trains. I was in Harlem. I was in Brooklyn, the subways, and Times Square and Broadway.
Okay, and how did you see hip hop in the culture?
Everyone, like, they had like neon shoes, like headphones. Everybody had headphones in their ears. Like everybody was like they had someone talking about making a song like when I was out there, but I didn't connect with them.
Okay, what was your journey with your diagnosis since 2013 with schizoaffective disorder?
It's been like a roller coaster, but like I had a lot of good times too. Like when, like 2013 in October, like I was diagnosed with an illness, schizoaffective, bipolar, and schizophrenia, a combination of it. And they had me on so much medicine. Like in the morning, I had got up like 4 a.m., walked down the highway, walked down other streets, and came back home. And I tried to take my mom's car. Like I was trying to like go on the other side of town because like I was paranoid. I thought like everything that I knew was working against me. So I was like paranoid, and like I wound up in the hospital, and like I started doing group therapy, and that really changed a lot.
Okay, what helped you to make your first mixtape? Like what led up to that point?
Oh, that's a good question. Like audio production, I was doing 3 months at Full Sail University online, and audio production taught me about the business industry, the industry of the music industry, and Logic Pro X. I didn't stay too long because I didn't catch on with the keyboard and making beats, but that helped me understand like the pre-production, production, and post-production, like the creative side, the technical, and the business side. And that got me in the studio. Like it took me so long to get to the studio. Like I had to understand that before I got to it.
How did you come up with the title for your mixtape, Unseen?
Unseen. It was from a book, like Hip Hop Decoded, and they had the word unseen in it, and I just put that. Like the book was a good book, like Hip Hop Decoded by the Black Dot, and I came up with all the songs. That was my first mixtape. It was pretty good.
When you record on your own without the engineers, how is it different from recording with the engineer?
If I record by myself, it's not that quality because I'm not that good at mixing like he does, and it just comes out way better because I don't have to like press the record button. It's just better quality.
Okay, explain your method of producing and the idea of your songs. What goes into it all, and what are the phases of production?
The phases of production is like coming up with the concept, So writing it out, having the idea, then production is actually like recording it and the technical side, and then after that you get your cover art, you get your music, like an MP3 form, and then you can promote and market it. That's the phases.
Where are you taking your career after 2020?
I just want to focus on my brand, like my book, my music. I want to focus on like just building myself up and like just focus on positivity, good vibes.
Your book, The Formula of My Life in Hip Hop. Tell us about it.
This is the book right here. It's a large print of it, and I talk about my life, my music, MCing. I got like tips on there, like freestyling, battle, rapping, my history, my story. I even talk about basketball and a lot of lyrics. That's like my favorite part of it, like the lyrics, because I got like all my lyrics from all my mixtapes in there.
And where is your book available?
On Amazon.
Can you rap for us?
Yes, okay. This is my song about what I'm about. I'm going in, man, pulling rhymes out the tin can. I won't back down, teaching people how to act now. I don't lack sound, put the gas down, go home and love your family. I make American cheese, it's put out or get out, haven't you seen? I'm in the lab, African seed. Most of y'all can't see unless we spell it out. That weight was lifted off of me like a heavy couch. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. I done traveled the east, I done traveled the south. God has taken me far, now it's time I show y'all what I'm about.
Okay, how do you see the history of hip hop compared to the way it started versus now?
Like back in the 70s and way before that, like it was focused on like the message, and it was positive and it was lyrical. It was like a communicative tool, talking about the conditions of like what they was facing, and they was using it as a communicative tool.
Okay, what are some things that you'd like to see change in hip hop? What's good and what are the bad things?
The good is like it's more quality control. Like they got different styles. Like they're using their vocals, they are writing their lyrics, and it's some positive things in the community too. Like they're helping people. Like Nipsey Hussle was a good example. He was talking about the business side, and he was a good figure in hip hop, like a good example to look up to and to like copy his style, like what he was doing, and to learn about him.
What things do you want to see change in hip hop?
I want to see a lot of things change, like the negative energy and like just the trash that's in the music. Like I think it can be cleaned up, like the violence, the drugs and stuff, all that promotion, the glorifying of that, I think it can change.
Okay, so what do we need more of in hip hop?
We need more entrepreneurs and people that's want to get interested into it and learn it and learn hip hop, like read books and get better, just self-improvement.
Okay, so what are some good books to read?
My book, MC NOOK, The Formula, My Life in Hip Hop, KRS-One, The Gospel of Hip Hop, First Instrument, How to Rap 2, The Concise Guide to Hip Hop Music, The Anthology of Rap. That's some good ones to start.
Okay, so how did basketball affect your life and your love of the game?
That was like my first love, like basketball, playing when I was like a kid. When I was in 7th grade, I had MVP. In 8th grade, I had MVP. I played track and football, and just playing like watching the N1 mixtapes and playing Streets Volume 2, like video games. Like I learned the styles, like I copied the styles, the moves, and I was really good at it. I had tore my ACL in 2007. I finally got surgery in 2014. That really impacted my life, and I gave up. Then I turned to writing. Then I found a new love, which was writing, and putting music together.
And what do you like about your songs?
They're creative. They're hip hop. I love songwriting. It's really cool to put a song together and manifest and make it created and make
Sharing
it come.
your thoughts with the world.
Yeah.
Okay, what coping skills do you use? Does writing help you?
Yeah, writing
with
is one
your
of them. Writing is one of them. Like writing, music, energy release techniques, walking. I wouldn't say smoking because that's a bad one. I like walking and riding my bike.
Yep, clears your head and.
Yeah, walking is really good. Like and deep breathing exercises. Okay, shout outs. Shout out to God. Shout out to the interviewer. Shout out to the videographer. Shout out to my family, my mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters, EJ, James, Rita, Travis, Mary. Shout out to everybody that like played a part in my life and my book, my music. Shout out to Willie Williams. Shout out to Eva Rhymes, who was a feature on one of my songs on You and Me, the mixtape. Shout out to my neighbors. Shout out to the circle. That's like the hood, like where we like. That's like the area that I'm in, the circle. And shout out to Lafayette. Shout out to Lake Charles. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to all my family members. Like I appreciate all y'all, and this is something more for y'all than any other audience. Like, thank y'all.